A man just got home from work and habitually took off the $1 million wristwatch on his hand and handed it to his wife. Unexpectedly, this time the watch directly dropped to the ground. Then he read books in the bedroom as usual. When he was thirsty, he stretched out his hand to indicate that he wanted a drink, but still didn't get any response from his wife. Looking up, he found that there was no figure of his wife beside him. Only then did the man realize that the wife who had been obedient to him like a servant this time was determined to divorce him completely. It turned out that during their 7 years of marriage, the woman had been taking care of her husband attentively all the time and was always obedient to her husband's requests. But what she got in return was countless taunts and torments from the man. Even for the daily expenses to maintain the family life, she had to kneel down and beg the man for alms. Until this day, the woman saw the divorce agreement hidden by her husband in the closet. Then the woman slowly began to wake up. It turned out that her true feelings over the years didn't matter to the man. In her husband's eyes, she was just a beggar. After returning to the room, the woman immediately decided to cut off the relationship with the man, signed the divorce agreement without hesitation and sent it to the man. Even the joint property of their couple, the woman gave it all back without taking a penny. The man looked at the contract in disbelief. It wasn't until the assistant brought the equity transfer agreement to him that the president understood that his wife was not the gold digger that others said she was. The next day, the woman put on beautiful makeup for herself and waited at the Civil Affairs Bureau early in the morning for the man to come and handle the divorce formalities. But she waited all day and didn't see the man. So she stormed into the man's company. Unexpectedly, as soon as she entered the door, she was taunted by the secretary, saying, "Why didn't you bring the lunch you made for the president yourself? Do you know that he threw away all the food you made?" Facing such unbearable taunts, the woman was no longer silent. She asked the scheming secretary back, "Why are you so nosy? Those who don't know would think you are the president's wife." Facing the aggressive woman, the secretary was no longer arrogant and said that she was just the president's secretary. "I'm not like what you think with the president. Accompanying him to the dinner party is also part of my job." At this time, the president appeared again. Seeing the woman losing his face in front of the employees, he questioned what the woman was doing. The woman showed a fierce expression and told the president, "Get divorced from me within an hour. Don't let me look down on you." Looking at the determined woman, the president didn't know when she became so ruthless. She didn't even dare to speak loudly in front of him before. The man hurriedly chased after his wife to figure it out. Unexpectedly, the woman shook off his hand and said directly that this was exactly the life he always wanted. And just then, a luxury car suddenly appeared. It turned out that it was the woman's male best friend who came to pick her up. At this time, the president unconsciously stopped the woman and asked who this man was. Maybe only now did he know how important this woman was to her.